Everyone, just thought that I would share this with you. This is a picture that is going to become a poster for an illustration workshop that I'll be doing in a festival not very far from where I live, and I've been asked to run 3 illustration workshops, and each is a different story. And this is the story of the sausage stealing dragon, and I thought you might like to just hear the story of the sausage stealing dragon. This is one of my own stories, and it came about encouraging children to do character development, looking at different types of characters within a story and how they saw them within the story. And as I was delivering this workshop last summer to a different group of students, while they were developing their character, I drew my version of the dragon. So if you are sitting comfortably and have a cup of tea and some chocolate, I will tell you the story of the sausage stealing dragon. So, once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away from here, there lived a king. And the king loved nothing more than a Saturday afternoon, after watching football, having sausages in rolls, sausage and chips, sausage, beans and chips, sausage on sticks, any kind of sausage the king could get his hands on. Now, in neighbouring villages or kingdoms, the king had heard about a dragon that was ravishing different villages for sausages. And the one thing that the king couldn't imagine was to have a kingdom without sausages. When one Saturday afternoon the sky grew dark and darker and darker, and there, before his very eyes, a huge dragon came down and whipped the sausages out of the king's cook's hands. The cook was terrified. What could he tell the king? He had no sausages. The king became very despondent because this happened every Saturday. His sausages were denied because they were taken by a giant dragon. Now, because the kingdom lived in peace, there was no knights, no army, nothing. But in the corner of the kingdom, far, far away, lived a very, very old knight and his charge. The king asked his courtiers, "Do you know of any knights?" "No, we don't have any knights. We live in peace." "But there must be a knight somewhere that can save me from this awful dragon that's eating all the kingdom's sausages." They thought and thought and thought, when suddenly one of the courtiers remembered the knight that lived in the corner of the kingdom. At once the king sent a message to the knight to come to his aid. The knight was old and his charger was older, but eventually they arrived at the kingdom. "Your Majesty, how can I help?" "Well," said the king, "every Saturday after football, when I sit down to have sausages, a huge dragon sweeps down and takes them from the very kitchens they are made. And I go without my sausages. And peace cannot reign if I do not have my sausages. Said the knight, but I am old. I don't know if I can accept this quest. But you must, said the king, for you are the only one left in the kingdom to help me. Said the knight. Well, if that being the case, then I must accept this quest. He bundled up his charge with tents and cooking pots and food, because he thought this quest would take him a long time, as he was old. His charger looked at him. He was old and grey, and long since past his warrior charging days. Come on, old boy, said the knight. I'm sure we can do this. We must muster up all our strength for the king, and once more we will be on a quest. The gentle steed lifted his big grey muzzle and poked the knight in his armour. A wink came in his eye, and a smile spread on the knight's face. Come on, we can pretend we're young again. I'm sure we can do this quest. Over the days, the knight and his trusty steed travelled miles upon miles, and everyone they'd asked had had their sausages stolen, and was saying how ferocious this dragon was, how big this giant dragon was. The knight and his steed became very scared. What if it's too big for us to deal with, and the king depends upon us? They walked some more, until they came to a land that had lots of hills and valleys. The knight warily climbed up the hill. It was steeper and steeper, but it was the most luxurious green he'd ever seen. It almost shimmered in the sunlight. All along the ridge of the hill were these amazing stones that glistened almost gold. As the knight and his steed climbed higher up the hill, they felt a warmth under their feet. The warmth made him grow weary, and the horse grew wearier. When they reached the top of the hill, the knight turned round and said to the horse, I am so tired, and it is so warm, I think I'll pitch up tent. As he looked over the brow of the hill, he could see that the fog was appearing, coming thicker and thicker. He pitched his tent and cooked the food and put out some food for his horse, and there he made his bed. How warm the ground felt. It almost cradled him, and whether he imagined it or not, it seemed to go up and down, almost in rhythm with his snoring. The knight was soon fast asleep. Slowly dawn came. The knight got out his tent, packed it away, and cooked breakfast for him and the horse. He didn't ride his horse down the hill because he thought that would be cruel. As he looked over the brow of the hill, he noticed that the fog had lifted, but the hill was still quite steep to go down. Bit by bit, the knight and his steed made their way slowly down to the smallest of the hills. Down over the hill, over the hump, until he was on the flat of the land. He turned and scratched his head. I don't recognize this at all, he said. He began to wander round the hill. It seemed to go on for ages, until eventually he came up to the other side of the hill. As he leant on the smallest of the hills, he noticed one of the most amazing jewels he had ever seen. It glistened green. It sparkled. He stood back in amazement. Why, that must be the biggest emerald I've ever seen. And with that, it blinked. Oh my God, said the knight. Jewels don't blink. And within that, the jewel disappeared in a puff of smoke. Suddenly there was a rumbling and a groaning, and the earth began to move, and the smallest of the hills began to turn and stared at the knight. Who are you? Said a deep voice. Why, I am just a knight with his steed on a quest. Oh, said the voice. And what quest may this be? The quest to find the sausage-stealing dragon. Said the voice. And what will we do when we find this sausage-stealing dragon? Well, we are to kill it, said the knight. With that, the voice turned into laughter. The laughter was long and hard, and then it turned into a belly laugh, and the whole of the ground began to shake. Really? But you are so old. How could you possibly kill a dragon? I may be old, but I have courage, and my horse has courage, and that makes up for age. So the dragon, you need more than courage. Really? Why, yes, you need wisdom as well. Wisdom? Why, yes. Because you are so old, you do not have the strength to kill a dragon, but you might be able to come to some compromise. And with that, the smoke cleared, and the knight and the horse stood back in horror, for there, led before them, was a dragon. Oh, said the knight, you're a dragon. Why, yes, said the dragon, I am a dragon. I am one of the last of the dragons. Really? Are you going to eat us? Asked the knight. You could hear his armour clinking away. That does sound appealing, said the dragon. But no, I am not going to eat you, nor your horse. Oh, said the dragon, what will become of us? Let me see. You're on a quest to kill a dragon that eats sausages. Yes. Wow, I am such dragon. Really? Said the knight. Said the dragon, I love sausages, large sausages, small sausages, vegetarian sausages, vegan sausages, any kind of sausage. Really? Said the knight. Well, what can I do to stop you from plundering our village and stealing the king's sausages? Said the dragon. That is an interesting dilemma. The knight looked down crested, and so did his horse, for they had never ever actually thought about coming to a compromise with the dragon. In the past, they'd only ever killed them. What would it take for you to not take the king's sausages anymore? Wow, "Let me think," said the dragon. He slowly rose to his feet. "I like to walk while I'm thinking," said the dragon. "Oh," said the knight. "Come, walk with me," said the dragon. They walked and walked until eventually they came to the gates of the kingdom. The guards looked out. "Oh my God, the knight's brought the dragon with him. We're all going to be done for." "Open the gates," said the king. "I am not frightened of no dragon." The guards opened the gates, and the king walked out to meet the dragon. The mighty dragon lowered his head. "So you're the king of the kingdom," said the dragon, "and you're the one whose sausages I've been eating." "Yes," said the king. Said the dragon. "I've come with your good knight here to come to a compromise." "Oh," said the king. "You're not going to eat us all, are you?" "No, I'm not going to hurt you at all," said the dragon. "I only eat sausages. Big sausages, little sausages, vegetarian sausages, vegan sausages, any kind of sausage. But I'm willing to make a deal." "Oh," said the king. "What might that be?" "Well, it would serve me well if I didn't have to fight for these sausages or plunder and wreak havoc, because I'm getting old too, and I'm one of the very few dragons left in the world, and I, like your knight, would like a peaceful life too. This is what I propose." "Yes," said the king. "What about on a Saturday? We have a massive barbecue, and you can sit and watch your football, and I can cook all the sausages I want. And when I've had my fill, well, you can have what remains." "Oh," said the king, "that sounds amazing. And you eat any kind of sausages?" "Yes," said the dragon. "I particularly like vegan and vegetarian sausages." "Wow, I think that can be done." So, every Saturday, the king sits in his throne by watching his telly and watching his favourite football team. And in the castle grounds, a huge barbecue is made, and all the chefs come out with their different types of sausages, some big, some small, some vegetarian, some vegan. The dragon has a chef's hat and an apron, and with his fire he barbecues the sausages just to perfection. And then he slices them up with one of his big, big claws for all the villagers to share, and a special plate for the king, and a very, very, very special plate for his friend the knight. For the dragon was pleased that the knight didn't kill him, and the knight was pleased that he didn't have to kill the dragon. And the horse was pleased just to eat grass. And this is the story of the sausage-eating dragon. Now, there isn't a picture of the knight, nor his horse, nor the king. But if you would like to draw one and post it on my page, I would love to see your drawings. So, I hope you enjoyed my story, and if you did, I would love it if you would like, thumbs up and subscribe, and of course enjoy the dragon.